Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. This is episode 1 of my new Minecraft SMP that I joined, the Crosscraft SMP. A supposed private community server where I can just hang out and play with some other people, like me obviously. I'm really excited. This is actually my very first day on the server, so I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm also here to initiate Project Bees. But in order for me to even start working on that project on the server, I need to do 3 main steps. I need to get a good pickaxe, and then need to get a silk touch book, and then of course enchant it with that. And then I need to collect a bunch of beehives because obviously that's where bees come from. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get started on just like getting wood and all that stuff. So I kind of did run a little bit away from the spawn area, so hopefully I can actually find some wood around here. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Got a birch sapling. You can also see spruce next door, so I'm just gonna go pick up some of that too. Yeah, we can make some basic stuff once I find a place to live. Because this area looks kind of occupied already. And I will also definitely be trying to speedrun some gear, because on a previous SMP that I played on, I became the very first player on the entire server to get netherite on day 2 of its release. Now, I did kind of join the server a little bit late, but it's okay, because that means I can still speedrun for like some rare stuff right away. That is a pro Minecraft technique that I've been learning. So far, I'm in a birch/spruce forest, but I'm trying to find a nice clean biome to build a base in. There's also a little bit of food around here, so I'll pick some of this up. I'm actually really starting to like this general area. Oh, look at that, our very first bees. Very first bees. Oh, I spotted. Awesome. And this area looks really nice, so I think I might actually set up shop here, I think. Maybe if I do a little bit of terraforming around here, then I think this is it. I don't think we're gonna find the most perfect flat terrain, but if we're gonna go for the most flat that there is around here, this looks like a good option. And I'll also make sure to make a yellow bed in honor of the bees. Now I have respawn set. Now I do really need to get better food, so I'm gonna order a couple pigs real quick. Right here. Now this isn't really that deep, but supposedly I could just dig straight down and find some more. And also, I know there is a new addition here. I just did that. Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm not exactly sure if I can try and speedrun netherite armor, because I know it's definitely possible if I can get an upgrade template, but we'll see. Alright, so supposedly if I just dig straight down and around this block, I can hopefully find a cave somewhere. And also, I do need to collect some more stones, so let me just make sure I have enough for a pickaxe and furnace. Alright, it just came morning, and if I see skeletons burning. Oh, why is this guy not burning? Burn! Alright, time to go back in there. So I can at least make some torches. Perfect. Alright, there it is. Let's go. Okay, we found a little hideout here, and yep, there is iron here. Awesome. Alright, 11 raw iron already. Oh, and there's more right there. Because you are not that down, not that deep, so for sure we can definitely find some more stuff. Okay, that does definitely expand, so we're good on that. Creeper right here. No problem while I'm down here, so I'll make 2 furnaces as well. That there, that there, that there, that there. Cool. Bucket, and I can collect the water right here. There we go. So we'll do that. There we go. And for day 1 purposes, I'll also craft a shield. Alright, so while I wait for the rest of the iron to smelt, we have a skeleton right here. Oh, yep, there we go. Hey, chestplate, coming right up. And I'll just keep the rest of the iron for the time being, so let's continue. I'm not gonna lie, if I get, like, even an enchanting table, or a full set of diamond armor, or obsidian to make another portal, then that's just kind of my beginner's luck. Because usually when I join Minecraft servers, or new SPs, it's either I get really lucky right away on episode 1, or I just die a lot. So just saying, if I somehow get diamonds or enchanting tables or anything like that really quick, then it's kind of just my luck. Now, I'm really hoping this cave does expand so that way I can actually collect things like diamonds, but again, it really comes down to how this cave generated. Wait, no, I actually kind of have to go back so I don't die, so I'm gonna do that real quick and get some food. And by making food, I'm just gonna make a campfire so I can save some iron. So we'll do that. And we'll put those down, and then I'll split up the coal that I have. And split that up. Oops. Now we can kill. Alright, so now I have more food. I'm gonna grab my water bucket and just slowly head back down into the cave. Okay, there's definitely something. And just like that, I am back. There's also some lapis right here, so once I get a new table, then this will be great. See, cobblestone down there? What the? Oh, it's a mob spawner. Oh wait, that's huge. Switch it up real quick. There we go. Oh, those diamonds. Oh, let's go. Let's go. First diamonds. Nice. Alright, it's a 2 vein. Not bad. Let's go find some more diamonds, hopefully. So we are already off to a great start. Alright, water bucket. Okay, there's some lava here, so we're getting deep. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Absolute perfection. Wait, oh my god, there's more over there. Ha! Nice! Finding so many diamonds. Let's go. I just need to worry about obsidian. Yep, that's 9 diamonds already, and there's still that other vein that I have to go get. Might as well also pick up redstone while I'm here, because when I build my honey farms later on, I'm probably going to need redstone, so I have to make sure I also try to get some as well. Alright, let's see, second vein. Make sure this isn't a... Okay, there's actually lava down here, so what I can do is place some of that down and make a diamond pickaxe and get obsidian. There we go. Now I can get 14 obsidian, hopefully enough for a enchanting table and for a nether portal. Alright, cool. 14 obsidian. Oh, and look at that. Over here, more diamonds. This is not one, so that's great. Oh my gosh, I'm actually insanely lucky. What the hell, dude? Okay, 15 diamonds. Oh, I saw more diamonds over there. What is going on? What is going on, bro? Like, what, dude? I'm gonna have to head back to the surface in a bit, too, to get more food. I wasn't thinking I was gonna find this many diamonds already. Alright, that's nearly enough for a full set of diamond armor. It's on our days on the server. Oh! Dude, how? Okay. And then we're gonna book it out of here, because this is enough for a full set of diamond armor, and plus I already have a... Is that... Dude! How? There's more! I'm gonna get a full set of diamond armor and tools. It's over, dude. It's GG's. RGB is already off to a fantastic start. 29 diamonds. Alright, we're definitely gonna come back to this cave in another time, but for now, let's craft the diamond armor that I need. Bam. Whatever, don't even care about these. Now we're set. Now, just to finish it off, I'm just gonna make a diamond sword. And there we go. On day 1 of the server, I essentially get myself, or at least my day 1, full diamond armor straight away. Now all I just need to do is make an enchantment. And now I just need to find a couple cows to kill so I can get leather, and then I'll go find a couple sugarcane to make paper. And I can make a book, and so I can start progress on also being able to make a level 30 enchant setup. So that means I have the chance to make, like, level 30 enchants. Okay, look at that, there's already a couple right here. So I'll grab some of these. Make a little mini sugarcane farm. Okay, oh gosh, okay, that's actually not bad. I'll take it. I'll take some of this, including that gapple. Fire aspect 2 gold sword, that's actually crazy. You know what, I'll take that. I'll take the glowstones just in case. And the flint and steel for my own, I can make my own flint and steel. Oh god, there's a fire. Fire, stop, 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 stop. Okay, cool. Make those into ingots, just like that. And with that, I can do this. Bop, and then we go pop, pop, and then I can go pop, pop, enchantment table. Now the question is, I do need to get Silk Touch in order to get access to getting the beehives so I can start Project B. But the problem is, I have to rely on either having to not only get bookshelves, but also needing to get lucky and spend some of my levels to try and get the Silk Touch enchant. So I'm just gonna use a temporary iron pickaxe for the time being to try and get Silk Touch from this. So I might have to do a bit of work on trying to get that. And actually, while I'm here, I can also collect kelp, so I might as well pick up some of that as well. Alright, cool. I think that's more than enough. Alright, now I'm back home. I should be able to make a bunch of bookshelves. Boom, there we go. And I'll just roll the extra. Fortunately, it isn't exactly what we need, but I can take a look and see if we can get. Okay, a little bit of exploring. I see a shipwreck. No, I'm not sure if it's looted yet, but we will be taking a look at it. Oh, it is not looted, and there is actually some pretty decent stuff in here. Let's take a look at the treasure map. Oh, okay. Alright, let's go treasure hunting. But it's okay. I will be taking a look and see if it has been looted or not. And oh yeah, it has been. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's a little interesting, but at least there is cod, crystals, and the heart of the sea is still in there, so I'll be taking that. So I'm gonna create a bunch of decoy tools, and we're gonna just try my luck. First one, I actually need to craft a grindstone real quick, so in case I don't get lucky, then I can just reroll them. Some decoy blocks in the time being. Now this is just temporary. I don't find this to be my forever nether portal, but I mean it's great to at least just have this ready to go. Alright, stone, slab, perfect. Actually I need to get more other chests here. Perfect. So that will go down, and well, let's gamble. So first one, not good. This looks like Unbreaking 3, but it isn't a winner, so take a look. Nothing. Okay, another decoy. Nothing. Nothing again. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, there we go. Silk Touch. Alright, time to go to that XP or lava spawner down there and try to. Alright, so here is the spawner, so I think it's time I break this thing down, so here we go. Out, I just need to set up a temporary water source. I'll take care of that skelly these lines, so yep, we can fall all the way down. Like that. I think I just have to add one more. Actually, add more like that along the edges, and then we should be good. See? Yep, perfect. And then grab that, place that right there. And then that should lead into a little corner where I can start farming the mobs. So now, once I just go there, we are set. And the last step is to reach over and break the torches. And there we go. Now I can just go down here, make sure everything's, yep, perfect. I can set up little chamber here so we can get back up to the surface easier. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna make a slab actually. So we just take that and then make a slab. Now we should be safe. Look at that, we're actually almost at level 20, so. And that is level 20. Now before I head back up, I actually need to set up this. Hopefully I can make this go all the way back up to the surface. Alright, we made it back up finally. Alright, it's actually really close to the village. Oh, it's right there. My home's just right there. Alright, now one last thing. I actually need to go all the way down here again. We need to get down without the bubbles, and we made it. I need to place one water block right there. And all I'll do is just place water right there. And there we go. Now I have an easy way to get back up to the XP farm. So then of course I can choose slash home to get myself back up. Cool, so now finally do that. Silk touch. Let's go. Now all I have to do is to finally find some bees and get beehives. And also might as well make my flint and steel so I can get my other gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. There we go, another spawn. So let me hop in and see. Okay, so Sin Valley, not too bad. I'm gonna go hop back in actually. I wish I had signs, but I'm gonna head back to the portal. Alright, time to now complete the mission of Project B. Our first mission, time to collect some beehives. So, got my boat, got my campfire, let's go. Finally, I guess it's time. Campfire. I guess I'll just take this with me for the time being, but we will continue. Yep, there's the hive, okay. Now I just have to wait until all the bees get ready to hive, and then we should be good. So we'll set that up, and we have to wait. Alright, that's one in there, just two more. Come on guys, go in. That's two. Come on, last one. What are you doing, man? Three. Let's go, dude. There we have it. That's our first hive. We're gonna see another hive. Just need to wait. Perfect. Yep, that is another beehive. And there is another hive, just need to get one more. And that's 5. Great success. Alright, so I'm back home. I mean, before I want to end this episode, I at least want to build a little starter shack. So once I put away all of those, and at least make myself a shovel. And I'm also going to just pick up a couple sand nearby. Here we go, mega spruce tree. And that was the excavation. That was the easiest piece of logs I can never get. So now, once we wait for the glass to smell, it's time to build a little mini starter shack that is still bee themed. So let's get building. Alright, and after all that time, after moving it to a more enclosed area, we have finished building the house. And once I grab the stuff, I can actually move my e-table inside of here. So I kind of made this look like a bee sanctuary, so that's what I was kind of going for. And I can also add my bookshelves. Not complete yet, but it's okay, and we'll add that bed. Now, a lot of things have definitely happened between the first and second episode, so I'll kind of just take the time right now to play a bunch of clips of what happened in between episodes so you guys can get an idea of what had changed. It just still a lot of stuff happens. I got better gear. I obviously have my wings, which with a texture pack now look like bee wings. So of course I can represent the bees inside. I defeated the wither, and of course I also have a bit of better gear here, which is great. We also do have several farms out there. So we got nether wart, cocoa beans, cactus, sugarcane. There's a nether portal, and in this box is where I've been keeping my cards for the time being. But it will definitely change that in the future. But in this episode, I have to actually start building my Project B's honey maker. Because I want this entire base to feel like it's being powered by honey. And I can't really get honey if I haven't set up a farm for it yet. So if we take a look over here, I have a site set up here where I'm going to be making my bottles for my farm for honey bottles and honeycomb. Let me turn off my shader so you guys can see the schematic, but there it is. And I actually have to collect more beehives. I also did collect a key chest in the one in between, so I have been keeping up some stuff in here. But in the box where I have my beehives, I need 32 beehives, and I definitely am not there yet. My first course of action, I need to collect some more beehives. Alright, let's go. Could I spy some bees here? Oh, is that all of them? Perfect. Okay, so let's go for that one. And that is another one. Oh, they all went in. Oh, I got one. There we go. Is that all of them? I'm also definitely trying to pick up a bit of sand. That is a pretty good amount of sand. That should be that another hive. There's another one. Alright, so just need 4 more beehives. So I assume all the bees are automatically in here because it's honey. Yep. That should be the last hive. Right, so now I have my box all finished. I'll collect the rest of the materials. So I need about 11.5 stacks of glass. First thing I do because it needs it. So I got sand, but I may need to get some more coal from the mountains. I'm gonna use some of my extra deep slate so I can craft 8 more furnaces. So while those are cooking, I need to collect building blocks. And I think a good idea is to grab some of the new silver blocks because they're like this like yellow looking texture, and I think it'll fit well with the base. So I do remember finding a silver cave in here, but I have to find it. These are some of the blocks. Okay, so I'll collect some of these. They'll fit really well. Alright, so I use a stone cutter. And yes, I can turn it into slabs. Right, that's all the slabs. And I'll make sure to also craft 1 more short box. Alright, now I have 2 silver blocks. So I need like a lot of iron. But I need to go kill a couple of fish for food because I am going to starve. Trees, I can get the wood for the chests. Yes, definitely enough chests. So the problem is just getting all of that iron. Alright, let's smelt the rest of this iron here. Alright, now I need to take the comparators. I do also have extra redstone box, so we should go. And now I need to collect all the stone. That should be all the stone, so I can craft my comparators. Now I need to get even more colorful lanterns. Now I need to make some sticky pistons. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna craft my extra sticky pistons, and there we go. Alright, now I need 2 dispensers. Straight from this here. That should be enough string for now. Alright. Now I just need half a stack of jars. That's it. Those. I need half a stack of redstone lamps. There's another redstone. Alright, also on here, so I'll take the time to smelt some of the sand here. So let me grab the extra coal quick and I'll dump some sand in there so I can make the glass bottles for the honey. And I also need to get some more copper for some more choppers because I think I need 36 choppers. Yep, there we go. I also need to make some power rails, so I need to... Here we go. That should be more than enough. And I just need to craft a couple of levers. That should be it. Alright, cool. Here's the site. I'm trying with my shooters for the time being so I can build a little bit easier. So, yeah, all I have to do is just dig out this area. Finally done. Oof, okay. So all I have to do is have glass. Cleansers, we can put those into bottles. Here, and we should be able to make honey. These are shears for Alright, so now I have a rocket. It's actually time to go to the nether and get some sugar lights. It is time that I finally build my Project B's shop. So I did already set up a plot right here, but I have a bunch of blocks already gathered up here, as you can tell. So I kind of did a lot of the block gathering off camera just so I would not have to do it in the video because I have lots of stuff to do in this episode. Not just with my shop. Now I think it's time that we get started on this, so I'm trying to take this down. And yeah, I'm gonna get to building this shop. Which I imagine it will look like a giant beehive, so here we go. So as you just saw with the base of the shop complete, I still have to add some finishing touches to it. So I'm trying to make more yellow stained glass because I think it could look good. I don't know what to do with the base, but it's fine. Okay, so if I grab wildflowers, yellow, we can do this, and we can do that. So that could look good as well. Right, so I also have to definitely light this up because it's a little dark. And up there, I'll pop a lantern right there, and I'll do that on all sides. And for this, I want to build like a little entry part, so I'm going to get some blocks for that too. Pull up stone cutter, there is like sulfur bricks that I might use here, so I'll use like sulfur brick block. Let me see how that looks. That can actually look pretty good, actually. I'll grab a couple sulfur stairs and a couple slabs. Actually, I may need to bring this one block up so I can add a little slab right there for a lantern to go. There, that actually looks pretty good. Now I'm going to use some of my extra dark oak blocks to make a door. Go. I'm gonna break this block and the rest of the blocks inside. I will be making a floor, and I also have to carve out these blocks so I can make windows. I'll carve out these blocks too, so they're windows. So with my shelf, I should just be able to take out this floor, place it with like and just place a bunch of sulfur. Right, that actually looks pretty good. So at least for the shop's opening, I will just be selling, of course, honeycomb and the honey bottles. A honey block, and for honeycomb, I will put it in a honeycomb block. I'll just make sure to actually put some end rods around them just so, because they're the main products of our store. Alright, so that's all set up. Now it's been really helpful if I have glowing sack, but I do not have glowing sack. So I'm gonna quickly try to go back and get some glowing sack. And there's first get back in and do that. And do that. Perfect. So I also want to add a little bit of color on the yellow terracotta. So I might use some of the extra raw gold that I have and just place a bit every now and then. Alright, so So with that finished, I'm gonna take these out. The only thing I really have left to do is to add all of the stock. So let me grab my boxes and put them in. That's the honeycomb. And there's all the honey bottles I have for the game. So that should be good for the time. So that should be everything all set up. Okay, so I can finally clean this up and I can actually go back to base. Okay, so in this time that we build some games. And to step things up, I have to build 2 games. It's to be near my base for a little mini gaming area where I will be building my own games based off of bees. Well, kind of. For other players to go play. So essentially, it's like my own mini gaming district. Let's start off with, I will actually need to get gravel here, and I will have to mine a bit more sand. Turn that into black dye and make black concrete powder. That should be enough black concrete powder. Oops. So I'm gonna go with this to smelt, because I need some glass as well for the build, so hopeful that I actually just smelt this right now. So I'm gonna actually head out here so I can go ahead and just turn this into concrete. I'm gonna go head over to the site where I get a little schematic of what I'm using. I'm pretty sure you can probably guess what this game is if you really wanted to. But like grab some more valuables. For my valuables, like iron here, heavy weight pressure plates. There we go. Push rockstone slab. Shouldn't be an issue either. There we go. I also need 10 observers. That's it. Good. I'm going to make a black sugar box, so I'm gonna have to make one of those. There you go. A jukebox, and finally a quartz slab. Cool. Alright, I'll take this to build with me. I also do need to make a magenta sugar box, so I will go ahead and do that as well. There we go. See the schematic, and yeah, let's get to building. So with the decorating done, I'm adding some wool stack onto the signs and having to write books for the scores. We now have DDR from another server that I play on into tier, which is great. So now the last thing I think I have to do for this game, and I'm going to still have to cover up the back, but we're not going to worry about that in today's episode, is to place all of the discs that I got. Well, I mean, we are missing a couple, but we do have most of the discs in the game. So all I'm going to do is just, like, put them into this box. That is all the discs that I at least own for now, so should be decent for the time being. So I can break this now. And I think we're going to actually do a little test run. So let's try us up hard. Make sure the boxes are empty. And let me step on a pad. And we're gonna try out. Let's do creator. Here we go. Make sure that this game works. And as you can see by the look of things, this works. Okay, the only issue that I saw in that playtest is that the left pad on the left side of this pad does not work. So let me double check the redstone. Yep, I found the issue. Alright, now it's fixed. So now I'm gonna make sure that the reset system works once I actually grab the button. So, yep, there we go. The score is resetting. Yep, that means it's fully reset, and yep, creator's back in here. Awesome. Let's try one more test run, but we're gonna do the creator music box. Yeah, let's go. That looks so much better. And oh my gosh, perfect score. Okay, awesome. Let me actually write that down in the book. I did not expect that to happen on the first run. Cool, it works. Awesome. Now we can reset the machine. So this is, here is the game. Let me actually, there we go, much better. But I think you can probably guess this looks like a stat poker table. I don't really need as many materials, so I kind of decided, that's why I kind of decided to do DDR first, because it's much more materials, but there's deep slate. I can also get all the droppers right here. Here we go. There's the redstone torches. There's some oak blocks. I just need 2 redstone lamps. And I'll just also need a green shulker box, so let these out. And while I'm here, I also need to actually take this. Actually, I need to bring some other blocks with me while I'm here, like purple. Also, I'll need some mostly cobblestone, which I can just do like this. Perfect. Cherry planks. Also, I'll do some planks. And I have to go to a savanna biome. Before that, I will get bamboo for bamboo planks. There we go. I also need some prismarine. And now all I need is the warp slab. So warp planks and stuff, and I will also need to get acacia. So also another for the warp stuff. That should be good. Now I just need to include the savanna biome for the acacia stuff. There we go. Perfect. Actually, wait, I only apply a little bit this direction. I also need mangrove planks, so I know there's a mangrove forest this way. Yep, here's the mangrove forest. Or at least the mangrove swamp. So this should be all sorted out. That's the collection. Now with each of these blocks, I need a full block version and a slab version of that block. So we're going to start with crimson planks. Then we do the same thing for cherry, mangrove, perfect, acacia, Now for stuff like mossy cobblestone, I will just use the stone cutter. And now I do something with bamboo planks, prismarine, purple, and finally warped. And now all I need for the build is packed ice and a sticky piston. I also need I also need a lime shulker box, so we'll just go ahead and make that, no problem. Lime dye, add that, boom, perfect. So now I am done with gathering the materials for the table. So once I fly back over, it's time to build, so let's go. With the stat poker table officially all set up, and I actually added some stats into here, and a little how-to book. So supposedly this should start the shuffling process. Right. So now take a look in here. Actually, I need to add all these different blocks because they are like easy ways for players to select their put their heading and stuff. So. That's all set up. So let's say I'm cherry wood. I would press, one person would press the note block. Oh, we get a bend here, but I don't see a stat. Okay, I'll have to fix this. Okay, there we go. We actually got a stat that time. It just took a little bit, but yeah, we got a stat like look times killed by skeletons. So like everyone did their bets. Normal, and then into the discard pile when we're done. Press this again, and out comes a new stat. Awesome. Alright, so now we're all cleaned up. There is just one more task that I have to do. Right, there we go. Just a little sign at the shop just to connect up the little gaming area I set up. Cool. Also have to make sure I also connect the pathway that's already been set up here to my shop. And yep, that looks pretty good. I'm probably going to be building some more minigames. But before then, I actually have to build a wool farm. So as you can see, I already set up a bunch of sheep right here, and I have a little base set up for the farm. So without further ado, I'm kind of just going to be building a sheep farm to start with the episode, so that way I can get wool. So let's get into it. Alright, so now I actually put 2 shears inside of the dispenser, and I think the general build of the farm is done. I just have to bring the sheep inside of the farm, and I just have to color them. Now I have to be very careful when I have to grab 1 sheep out of this farm. So I'm thinking I grab a lead, I do this. Okay, I'm letting multiple out. Okay, well, we'll just shear them both up for now. Actually, wait, we'll tie one of them. Put them right here. So this one, come with me. So you're gonna come up here. That, and then you stick it on top. I just have to hit them into the inside of the farm. Okay. Like that. Oh my gosh, she's not really good. Oh, you just fit right in. Okay, perfect. And just to make sure they don't go inside the sheep's pen over there, I'm just gonna put a block on top so they can't go inside. Right, so come over here. And now I'm knocking into this pen here. Perfect. Okay, so I just have to repeat this for each sheep. So let's go do that. Just another one in, beautiful. Oh, he's just walking perfectly too, okay. Perfect. And just one more. Alright, and I just got the last sheep. Trying to take this and not the color every sheep. And then I will use some of my extra blocks, I think in this shoulder box as well, to decorate the roof. Alright, there we go. So now I can put the red dye in him. Perfect. Read through as soon as I was saying that. Okay, finally. It took a really long time. There we go. Now the farm is complete. We're already seeing lots of wool in this chest, so fantastic. Alright, so now with that, it's time to add some more mini games into my newly created the games area, which I built in the last episode. Where we have 2 games already set up, but I'm gonna be adding some more games this episode. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by collecting some spruce wood. I already have a lot in this chest right there, so I'll take a look and see if it's enough. I should be able to planks. And actually, I do have the extra from when I was building the pen, so let's start closer. And I need some spruce slabs. There we go. Now I need some concrete, so I'm gonna go try to get some more sand and gravel. Okay, but I actually have lots of gravel in this chest. So I just need sand. Should definitely be more than enough. Need some of the dye to maybe. There we go. I'll have to go get some more black dye from squids, I think. I don't think this is enough. So I'll have to go wash these outside first. Add this in. This one, of course. Should be enough. It should be enough. Yes, this timer feature on the server is actually really useful. Got to build the double slabs. Let's get trapdoors. I have some ladders. There's some little lanterns that I need. There we go. Should be everything. Actually, I also need one. I need 9 different walls as well. Another bit of a good reason why I just built this one. Red, orange, yellow, lime, green, light blue, and I've got darker blue, pink, alright, so that should be everything. So obviously farm, that's what I'm going to be building this with. Just do a little bit of terraforming around it, that in mind, and once I this out, we are good to get started, so let's get into this. The game is finished, and this is called Pickup Blocks, just like the Pickup Sticks game. So supposedly, once you get your group of friends, one of them will go up to this little bead thing that I built, and I already filled this up with 9 different colors of wool that I got earlier. So now they're all down there, so supposedly you and your friends would take a seat here, and then you would repeatedly take turns calling out the wool you want to grab without picking up any of the other wool. So supposedly if I want this like blue one, for example, I would try and carefully, yep, there we go. And then you keep it with you until the end of the game, where first make sure to return all the wool. Okay, just do this on purpose here, so yeah. Okay, so suppose if you pick up more than the wool you want to grab, or you grab the wrong wool, you are out, and again, the last one standing wins. Yeah, there we go, that should be good, so return all the wool. There we go. So that game is all set up. And this game already needs 995 black concretes. If you want an actual, I guess how complex this game actually is. That is approximately 13.5 stacks of concrete. Also left the sand out here. It should be on the sand. Now it's time to get all of that gravel. Finally, I think that is actually all of the gravel that I need. Jeez, okay, that took a while. Now the thing is I need to collect a lot more ink stacks, so I need to go hunt down some squids. Alright, this should finally be it. Alright, finally that. Okay, yes, I did it. That's like 16 stacks. Fantastic. I just have to wet all of this. Half of all the let's get this back and grab the rest. Now we're back to the and just like that, finally that is all of the concrete. Alright, so that's like 16 stacks. We should be good to move on to the next item. Okay, I think one last little tree. Yep, that is enough. Alright, now I need stone bricks in my deep slate chest because I just have so much. Alright, that is 9 stacks, it should be good. Now I need like 300 floors. Like, I need about to need like 3 more stacks of gravel, and I need like 3 stacks of gravel. Perfect. I have to go to a dark course now. That should be good for leaves. And that should be it. some short grass and also some smooth stone. So let's take some normal stone right here and just spread this. Alright, now for short grass. We need some tall grass as well. So in order to get that, I was never expecting to build the smaller grass. So I'll get the short grass. Alright, and that should be good for both types of grass. Should be good. And that should be good as well. And now we have all the things that I need. And our little rates are already not bad, so cool. So that should be enough. Perfect. Go. That's it. Here we go. Should be enough. Obviously. Here we go. And to top off everything, got an 8 floor, 8 stone brick stairs. And not going to use just the slab. A grass block. That should be everything. Just drop this through here. Right, that should be, oops. That should be every single thing I need for the build finally. So I can finally clean up some of these boxes here. Alright, now I can actually move all this over to the site and I'll get to building. Here we go. There's just like these two. Now I can actually destroy this game, so let's go. So finally we are all set up. I have to officially turn down some of the stuff. And now we have Mafia, the party game, all set up. And yet we do have a wool dispenser right there. And now I have a little area, so essentially the people on the Mafia can, of course, push the button to murder, and like the floor right here will tear away, and like you go inside the houses. And like the game master would do all that sort of stuff. And yep, that's for the dead players if you know how to play the game. What a great day on the Ultimate SMP. Wait, what is this? Well, there's only one thing I can really do about this. And I have to start practicing now. Okay, but in all seriousness, I really needed something to do on this for this talent show. And I only had a couple days to practice it, and then before then, I had no clue how to do a triple Neo. So I decided to give myself only a couple days to try on this and being able to learn this jump and being able to do it as consistently as possible. that I was essentially given only one chance to hit the triple neo perfectly in front of a crowd of people. And if you're wondering why I did this on my own public server, it was because I was in the middle of developing it, and when I got the invite, I was in the middle of working on the server. And if you're wondering about this SMP, I'm not exactly done with it, but we are almost there. I'll have to release a promo video on the channel very soon, so make sure to keep an eye out for that if you are interested in this SMP in the future. But enough about that, let's cut to me training for this triple neo jump. So yeah, as you just saw in those other clips, I was trying to attempt the triple neo after watching some videos on YouTube. Things weren't going very well. I had to try to do everything I could to possibly master the timing of this. Because the timing of the jump itself was probably the hardest bit. But with some practice, I was able to finally nail the triple neo. So after I hit that one for the first time, I just had to keep doing it again and again. And I kept continuing to be successful. After feeling satisfied and hitting it consistently, or around consistently the day, I just needed to be able to practice it with the technique, which is going to be building it, which I was going to save for the next day. So in order for me to even do the triple neo at the talent show, I essentially need to build the jump in the talent show room. And I figured there's no better way for me to build it than to literally just speed build it. So I needed to not only practice hitting the neo consistently, but remembering the exact setup I was going to be using for the triple neo. Now when I was learning neo, I only built this setup right here behind me, so I can only learn on hitting neo. But at the talent show, just so I could farm some extra points, because, of course, I decided to make it so that way I would not only have the triple neo to go to the other side, but I'd also need to do it going backwards. So I kind of needed to master that as well. And to my surprise, in some of the attempts I failed, but others I was able to achieve it on, which definitely gave me more confidence going into the actual talent show. And with this, I was also able to make the jump like very consistently, like maybe 60% of the time each time. So with a couple more days of that, it was essentially time for the talent show. So on talent show day, I also made sure to craft up the blocks that I needed to obviously build the jump, and I headed on over to the venue with the rest of the server, or at least people who attended, to start the talent show.
Sepia, would you like to be the first person to showcase your act?
When I got called up to go first, this was my moment. I volunteered everyone to go upstairs because I wasn't gonna have any room down in the actual bar area where we were going to be actually having the show, so that way I would have room to be able to build my jump. This was my time.
Make sure the judges are out front.
Oh, we got it. Oh, okay.
As I set up all the blocks, I could not help but wonder, is this really going to be worth all the effort that I've been putting into this jump? We can't really talk about right now. As I officially built up the entire jump and got into place, and obviously making sure there was enough space for me to be able to even jump, I took a deep breath and pointed for it.
Nice. Oh. Nice. Now get your triple. Yo. That was real good.
Yeah, well done.
And I was able to pull it off, baby! I received some pretty good scores from the judges, which really did make me feel like I actually worked really hard for this one, which really did help me succeed more further into the server. And that's the story of how I was able to pull off a triple neo at my Minecraft on a Minecraft SMP talent show.
This song is a song I wrote specifically for a series I was writing. And I'm now presenting it in front of you all. My very first audience.
You got this.
Got it.
I feel honored.
Yeah.
Okay. Ancient whispers call my name. The winds refuse to rest. A fan unfolds, a spark ignites, his hand grips mine in jest. Bound in fire, lost in stars, fate twists with cruel intent. The echoes of a war long past now shape what must be spent. 7 sins now watch my step. The heavens fear my name. A choice once made, a soul betrayed. Nothing stays the same. Forsaken by the gods above, yet shadows hold me tight. Will I rise beyond the darkness or be swallowed by the night? Falling through the twilight, chasing ghosts of who I was. Heaven writes its judgment, but my heart still fights because I was human, I was mortal. Now I'm past yet something more. If I break the chains upon me, will I find the life before? Pages bend, my name erased. The gates now look behind. A monster in the heavens' eyes, and my soul still feels aligned. Magic surges, warrior awakens, destiny demands its due. If I wield this power's burden, will I lose myself or prove? 7 sins now watch my step. The heavens fear my name. A choice once made, a soul betrayed. Nothing stays the same. Forsaken by the gods above, yet shadows hold me tight. Will I rise beyond the darkness or be swallowed by the night? Falling through the twilight, chasing ghosts of who I was. Heaven writes its judgment, but my heart